Commanders, welcome back to the port. You are looking at the premium Pan-European Tier 6 destroyer Orkan and its commander, fully maxed Jerzy Swirsky. He's inspired by Erich Bay and William Sims. His base trait lessens the detectability. In row 1, we chose Observant Rage. In row 2, Look at Me Now. In row 3, Twist and Track. In row 4, Cloudy Days. And our legendary skill is Unstoppable. All right, let's take a look at the upgrades for the Orkan. Pretty standard for a Tier 6 Premium Destroyer. Aiming System Mod 1. Propulsion Mod 2. And Concealment System Mod 1. As far as the loadout, we've got 2 charges of the engine boost and 2 charges of a short duration radar. We are using the Epic Commander XP booster, the Epic Credit booster, and the Common Battle booster for speed. We got the Type 9 permanent camouflage and the Orkan flag. As far as the stats for this build, 17,860 hit points. We've got 3 twin 120 turrets, firing range 10.6 kilometers, reload 4.6 seconds. They turn in 7.7 seconds. The HE shells do 1,750 damage with a 9% fire chance. The AP shells do 2,250 damage. You do have one secondary 102 battery, firing range 5.2 kilometers, reloads in 4 seconds. Does 1,500 HE damage with a 6% fire chance. You only have one quad launcher, reloads every 70 seconds, torpedo range 9 kilometers, 65 knots. They only do 10,700 damage. And AA defense, pretty negligible, although your guns all count. Maneuverability, maximum speed 36 knots, including that speed boost flag, 590 meter turning circle, 3.4 second rudder shift time. And the concealment, 5 kilometers on the surface, 2.9 from the air, 2.4 when firing in smoke. All right, so the title of this video, The Violin Doesn't Play for Everyone, according to the internet. That is a famous Polish saying. Famous Polish saying? I hate to say the extent of my Polish knowledge pretty much starts and ends with the Polish prince, Bobby Vinton. If you've never heard Bobby Vinton, folks, you're either very smart or you're totally missing out. Ignore my phone. All right, so let's get into a match here on the Orkan. So the Orkan, due to its consumables, it's got one torpedo rack, it's got these 2 short duration radars. It is a destroyer hunter. Your job, first and foremost, is to kill other destroyers. And I think it's really valuable when it comes to arena mode or ranked battles, especially if you can division up with a friend who has a cruiser, because you can spot the other destroyers with your short duration radar and he can help tune them up. All right, so I don't remember the name of this map. We're heading towards Alpha. I think I skipped over the part where I tell you the name of the map and what kind of match it is. Clearly a domination match. I'm sorry about these starts and stops. Apparently my internet was not cooperating. As you can see, due to the twist and track indicator, that's where the enemy destroyer is. And a good thing about a ship like this with really short turret traverse is you can turn around and switch sides. It's not a big deal. I am just torping for good measure and hoping for the best. I point out the Ismail to my teammates. I feel pretty certain this is a Japanese destroyer. And look, he is right at the edge of our radar. We light him up and point him out. And our shells pretty much missed. Well, we did have a couple of hits. And he sails out, but not before we disable his propulsion and hit him a couple of times. Couple being six, apparently. I'm not having a lot of luck leading him, although he is on fire. And I think I probably disabled his engine again. I have no idea why it doesn't tell you what you disabled. Doesn't matter if he's visible or not, you know. All right, so there's another battleship, I guess. I'm too busy looking around to pay attention to what kind of ship it is. All I know is that I am spotted, so I'm retreating to the cover of my teammates, and hopefully some of them are bigger, better targets than me to shoot at. Accidentally collide with a teammate here, didn't intend to do that, obviously. I would love to torp at this Ismail, but I realized that cruiser I ran into is going to block my torpedoes, so I try to get a little bit farther ahead. Pardon me. And we do launch, and apparently I did not aim correctly, or he was very unhappy with me. Either way, the Ismail is dead. The Fubuki is still alive. Just at the edge of our gun range, we're still shooting. Look at all those torpedoes. Good thing we had the engine boost on. So we will speed right on by and continue through Alpha. He's still out there somewhere, somewhere over there where those shots are coming from. There he is. So we will throw some more speculative shots out there. Really not intending to hit him or whatever. I mean, you know, you can hit somebody 8.6 kilometers away. It's a small Japanese destroyer. You know, you're doing a good job if you can hit him more than once. And so we are hitting him. Our teammates are hitting him. We're disabling him. We're setting him on fire. A couple of fires. We are receiving fire, by the way, from a ship to our starboard side. And I'm hoping to finish this Fubuki off. Alas, my teammates did it for me. Still dealing with the slow internet. What's up with that? By the way, I think that cruiser just got sunk by the dead destroyer. All right, so here's a Bayern. We are flat broadside to him to get all our guns on target. And I just decided, hey, Mr. Bayern, you shot at me, and I can return the favor now that I'm not distracted by that pesky Fubuki, and I can shoot at you. And you can see there's a ton of shatters here, and perhaps if Swirsky had access to rather be torching or evil sparks, I may consider that in the future. I don't think he'll get that though. And to be honest with you, a destroyer built to fight other destroyers, you really want to use unstoppables. You're not kind of immobilized in the water while you're fighting. Just saying, there's an awful lot of shatters here. We are getting some hits now, but prior to that, I felt there was just a ton of shatters. You can see there's more, if that's what the shatter button is, or whatever those icons are. I don't know. I don't know what the icons are. On PC, they have colors that tell you which ones they are. I guess I'm too lazy to memorize what the second one is, what the third one is, and what the fourth one is. One's a shatter, one's a bounce, one's an overbend. I just don't know. So a little color there would be awfully helpful. You know, maybe like one line for a pen, two for a bounce, three for a overpen, four for a shatter. I don't know. Whatever they do on PC. Why can't you mark it like they do on PC? Anyway, we did set the Bayern on fire eventually. He is going through Bravo and he is burning, and we are still shattering HE shells all over the place. And pretty soon he is going to run out of our visibility here as he goes behind these various islands. And then he's going to pass behind the durable landmass. Excuse me. And we won't be able to shoot at him anymore. So right about now, About half the enemy team is dead, a little more than half. We're gonna win this game, barring unforeseen circumstance. But I'm like looking at the score, I'm like 35K. This isn't that great, Orkan. This isn't a great match. I mean, I'm lucky we didn't draw aircraft carriers. This was recorded right after aircraft carriers came out. I will apologize if you're not hearing any background noise. I had a huge problem where the audio was out of sync and I couldn't redo the audio. It wouldn't let me separate my commentary out from the game audio. So I had to kill the game audio to be able to do the commentary. So I apologize for that. That's why this one's been so delayed. It should have gone out at least a month ago. All right, so and then I was filming Fleet Week, and then we had all this other stuff going on. So that's that. All right, so here's a Normandy. I want to say I think that's a Tier 5 battleship. Leon is Tier 6. So we are going to send our only rack of torpedoes at the Normandy, who is close to probably wiping out the West Virginia over there in Charlie. And then I'll lob some shots at him because I'm trying to set him on fire, make him burn his damage con. And when he gets hit by the torpedoes, maybe things will go bad. So, like I said, the Violin doesn't play for everybody. 38,000. I'm like, this isn't a great match. The Violin didn't play for me today. You know what I'm saying? We do set the Normandy on fire again. Um, I am thinking about going into Bravo because it looks like one of our teammates was about to cap it and then left. I don't I don't know why. We are still shooting at the Normandy. He's still within our gun range. So that's why I kind of ground to a halt here. I wanted to continue shooting at him from behind the cover here. And our torpedoes didn't really do anything. He does spot us, and I think because we're the only thing over here that he can shoot at, I think he's going to start shooting at me really soon. And that's very distressing to me because, as you can see, I have less than half of my hit points left. So I do size him up for a torp reload because we just got it, and I do send those his way. He does make contact and knock out my rudder, which I immediately damage con. And then I want to say I'm about to do what I love to do, and that's locate a non-moving landmass with the bow of my ship. I hate to say I think I'm going to do it a couple times here in like 5 minutes. So here's beach landing number one. And we do get 2 torpedo strikes. We do cause flooding. All right. I mean, I hate to say it, there just aren't any destroyers left. I can't go kill them. So at this point, it's capture bases or try to kill the ships that are out there. So we are still shooting at the Normandy. He, I believe, is no longer shooting at us. We managed to escape the little island there. As you can see, great thing about the Orkan, 2 front-mounted turrets. So if you were advancing, if this is a destroyer and you're advancing on it, you get 2 turrets on target. That's a total of 4 gun barrels, 4 rifles. So that's good. We do set him on fire again. And he is being severely damaged. And then all of a sudden, while I'm shooting at the Normandy, I notice this other icon out there, and I don't know where that guy came from. So I do find another landmass here. That wasn't necessarily on purpose. I was going to try to get out into more of Bravo and try to cap it. So I am going to shoot at Normandy, and he kills me and gets a high caliber. I want to say he's still on fire. So the Violin didn't play for us today. We didn't have a great match. We are still getting a little piddly amount of burning damage. But I want to say one of my teammates, I think here, is going to finish off the Normandy. And it's pretty disappointing. And then all of a sudden I realize these torpedoes are going to wipe out the Dunkirk. And okay, maybe it didn't kill the Dunkirk, but did a lot of damage to the Dunkirk. So we end up with 1 base cap and around 112,000 damage. For a match in which we weren't called upon to fight a lot of other destroyers in close, I'm going to call that a victory. I mean, it is not the greatest match. Surely, in a different type of match, you could be way more effective, especially if you have a teammate. I can't reiterate that enough. But even though this isn't a torpedo boat, even though the torpedoes don't do a ton of damage, 112K in the Orkan is not anything to sneeze about. Oh, 583,998 silver. We did get the high caliber. Look at that Commander XP, almost 12,000 with that booster flag. Pretty good game here in the Orkan. Thank you, Mr. Swirsky. Top of the board. No kills, doesn't matter. That is the Orkan, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and comment below.